Hi everyone, Pratima Day here from Chai Together. Happy Sunday. I'm really excited to be here and do this video. I had a great day, a peaceful day, a day to myself, and I'm finally in the right mindset to do this video, and I'm excited about it. I just had a great conversation with my friend, Miss Shireen Haynes, who will be on tomorrow, so look forward to that at 5 p.m. EST. I am out of chai right now, but we're going to have a discussion about choosing to be child free because that is a decision I made for myself. So, before I even get into this, and I took some notes so I could stay on track because it's like what to really say, right, about my decisions, like because I want to and I chose to, but to really dig deep and do step by step of why I'm choosing this for myself and nobody else. It's really interesting. It's a bit nerve wracking, but and I'm usually not like this, but I would like to say that opinions aren't tolerated. I'm not here to hear your opinions of why I should think otherwise, etc. I don't give a fuck about that. So let me just be clear. This is what I'm doing with my life. You live your life the way you want to, and cutthroat as it is. So let's begin. I hope you're having a great evening. Who are the viewers that are tuning in right now? Because you're awesome to be tuning in to me on a Sunday. So God bless your heart. So, please forgive me if I'm like laughing and stuff because it can be like it's like what a topic to talk about, right? Because hi, Cece. Because it's you're so funny. I fucking love you. Here, I have the bracelet. I even have this one. So they're faux jewelry. Anyway, whatever. So the first question I wrote for myself is, how did I choose to be child free? So I chose to be child free. I was really researching, looking into this decision for weeks now. And of course, through my experience of those who know that when I did have my abortion last year with my twins and what my body went through and everything physically, I realized I don't want my body to go through that experience again, even though that was a negative time in my life, that in the future, I'd rather not have that because my body's been through enough. My mind, spirit, soul, everything's been through enough that I don't need to do that to myself in the future. I want to tell you that years ago, because of my long history of trauma since I was young, I didn't want to have kids. I never wanted to have a family, a wedding, etc. I was not one of those people. I was very shy. I was very quiet. I didn't have a voice that I do now to even be sharing this content with you or the work that I do overall. And, I used to be dating and all, and I would tell the person I was with that, I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have a family. And it just sounded like shit because why? But because I was so numb from my own traumas, I didn't want to bring children into this cruel world, especially with everything going on now. And a lot of people are rethinking having kids and having families or even marriages and divorces and all this stuff. And it's really, the focus has to go back on you because it's like, well, why do I want a kid? Is it because society has that norm to go to school, get a job, get married, have a kid, blah, blah, blah? Or is it because I truly want to pass something on to someone, or I truly want to, I feel the need inside of myself as a woman to give birth to a child, to feel I completed my womanhood, or that, I was more than enough to do this. And I want to feel what it feels like to be a mother. Those are separate reasons. I can understand those reasons because I've been through that and I had those as well. Yeah, we do. Life is hard. And I actually say this often enough that life is hard. Even my life is very hard, believe it or not. So, but we get through it, right? So I don't want to make this video super long, but I do I wanted to break down the reasons and list why. So the number one reason that I have is because of my mental health. So I have a history of complex traumas, okay? And I want to spend the rest of my life taking care of me. And to people, who have opposing views, they may say that is selfish, but, it's really selfish to bring a child into this world that you're not ready to care for, that you don't want to raise. Okay. So that is a real selfish part. That's why a lot of children are neglected. Over 130 million kids are orphans. So, it's to be mindful, to be intelligent, and to know, what do I want for my body? What do I want for myself? And, a lot of people say they want to leave a legacy behind for the family, but my family is all of you. right? So Chai Together community is my family. What I see for myself after getting my doctorate, in a few years is building Chai Together. I still am building Chai Together, and I want to leave my legacy that way, something that will outlive me as a public community, not where I necessarily need to pass down something to a child and, my dreams, my goals, hopes, and aspirations onto a child and project that onto them that they need to fulfill something that I left incomplete. So that's one of the reasons why. And I'm moving through this quickly because I'm a bit nervous. But environment is another one because I started following minimalism a few years ago, and I was very minimalist down to like 1, 2 shoes. And during that journey of mine, I realized that being eco-friendly is really important to me, and the carbon footprint that I leave is actually less than most people because I don't have a car and I do walking and different other things. So regarding a child, I remember when I was pregnant, and I was researching, minimalist, the healthiest eco-friendly ways to change nappies, take care of a child, etc. And what I can say from that experience is, you can do your best, but at the end of the day, I really don't know how it would go. And it goes back to my mental health that, for example, today, I needed time to myself today. All the time that I need to myself, I feel like there's never enough time you can have enough time. So let me just say this, like, for everything that I've gone through and that will continue to go through journey wise, ups and downs, adventures, etc., good things, bad things, whatever, you name it, ethically, it will take my whole life for me to even unravel my complex traumas, right? I've been in therapy, hypnotherapy, I'm a Reiki specialist, all that. But I'm 28 years old. I just started living last year and overcoming my traumas, being the best that I could be, showing up for all of you, showing up for myself first, put myself first always. And to know that, for me, I want to study myself my whole life, right? I want to learn more about me. I see myself in my tiny home as a vision living in nature with my paints, working, as a speech pathologist with children and infants and doing this great work. I love kids. So let me bring this to you. Yes, I'm choosing not to have children, but my academic background for 8 years is in education. I love children. When I was teaching abroad, I'm ESL certified internationally. I taught kindergarten. So I was responsible for 29 kindergartners. My family had their own daycare business, which I also was helpful with. And I work with children, adults with disabilities, and I love kids. Like, I love kids. But that doesn't mean that I have to bring them home. I feel like any desire I may have to play with kids or be with kids will be fulfilled in my career with speech pathology, working with kids, rather than having my own kids. Because right now, if you look at it, or you can think about this yourself in your life, right? A lot of people sacrifice their dreams and aspirations for children. Once they have kids, there may be of something they wanted to do, but they didn't get to do it because now they have to make their child be first in their life and not themselves, because that's what you do as a parent, as a good parent, ethically, as we state. And this isn't to judge anybody, but this is to say that this is me personally. I feel like my calling, right? My calling is to live for me for the first time in my life. And my calling is to learn me as much as I can, read as much as I can, do as many activities and explore as many places as I can without raising a child. And I'm not saying you can't do these things with children. There's people, I know couples who travel debt-free with kids, all that shit. What I'm saying is, I know for me that I don't also want to birth a child. As I said before, I've been pregnant before in my second trimester, and physically, I know what my body's capable of and what it's not, and the risks to pregnancy for me and for anyone else, really. And I just know that it was not a happy experience for me. I'm not saying it can't be again, but I just don't find that to be something I want to do. And I'm getting older, and I want to say this as in, as you get older, you change, your body changes. You may not be, as durable regarding exercise or whatever it may be, to birth a child. Of course, people can have kids at any ages, but I just feel for me, as I'm getting older, I want to be a doctor. Okay. Hi, Wynn. Thank you so much. I am going to be a doctor. Let me claim that shit right now. I am going to be Pratibha Day SLPD, which is a speech pathologist doctorate. Okay. I start in January. This is a dream of mine. Okay. And I'm doing this for kids. And for Try Together, what I see is me, doing charity for kids and more things for kids. I see myself as like a Mother Teresa without having my own. But I'd also like to say this, that I always thought that I would like to adopt a son, possibly from Nepal, maybe age 7 to 9, later in my 40s, if I would like to. Um, I don't really see myself as a type to be tied down. I'm a very free spirit for those who know me. So I don't see myself I don't see me putting myself through mental health challenges which don't serve me because I know myself best. Thank you, Andrew. Okay, yeah. So let me see what else I could touch on. So, yeah. So one thing I want to say, main thing is, and I had said this to someone before, and they love also, just like Angela said, how much I know myself about me because I took the time to get to know me for a whole year. What do I really want in life? What kind of life do I want to lead? Yes, you could still leave behind a legacy without having it to do with your family. You know what I mean? There's all these other people in the world. To shift that perspective from having the need to pass it down to kids, having kids is something I feel like that should be a real thought process. You need to really take the time to see if you're financially, spiritually, emotionally ready. A lot of people have complex traumas which turn into abusive homes, domestic violence, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've been a part of all of that. So coming from someone who's been through these things, I highly recommend that. It's great when people say, congrats, you're pregnant, or congrats, you're engaged, congrats, you're married. But is there really? Because I know that if you're not in a good place financially, spiritually, emotionally, your true friends will tell you that, what the hell are you doing? That's a true friend. And I've learned that. So anyone can say congrats to you, but how the hell are you going to uphold all this shit if you're really not ready for it? It's easy to obviously have sex. And I'm sure all of us have done it here. But to raise a child is a real responsibility. And once you grow up and you realize that, and when I say grow up, I don't mean by age or, you graduated, something like that. Grow up as in you've been through some shit. Like you've been through tragedy, you've been through loss, you've been through, let's say, even miscarriages. And I just want to point out that miscarriages are abortions as well. And this isn't to focus on the Texas shit going on. But I just want to let that be known as well, because it's a natural miscarriage for people who don't know. So I don't feel personally a need to fill a void, a need for love, or something that I need to do by having a kid. I'm whole within myself. And that comes from knowing yourself, doing a lot of reading, a lot of work on a daily basis, daily practices, to know that I'm whole within. Maybe I can have a partner to add to me. That would be nice, but I don't need anyone, to supplement my own needs. I fulfill myself, and then I can have additional people, such as friends, who can give their input, and others. But I'm whole within myself. I don't have this psychological desire to hear someone call me mommy, or how much my kid loves me and feel the need, like, oh, I feel so loved. No, fuck that shit. I feel that way about myself. I love myself. You understand? So I don't have any of these psychological desires where I feel the need for this, that, third from a third party. I do that shit for myself. So if you get to a place like that mentally, you're good to go. So, and that may be for anything else for you. So let me see what else I could cover. So yeah, I had shared with my dad that I don't want kids, and he had said, well, I can always adopt. He said, yeah, good, don't have kids. You see, it's even if he had said he wanted, which he has other grandchildren, but it's not about him. This is my life. A lot of times people from my culture, especially South Asian, they'll get married and have kids, or arranged marriage or whatnot, or even if they're of their choosing, but still feel like they're called as a need to get married because of what their family members want from them. Oh, you're getting older, excuse me, like you have a well-off job now, like you've done everything, da 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 da. No, like that is not going to fly for me. So we've just all started living, as in every moment that we breathe, we're here, we're thriving. Like this is us living. You understand? And this isn't a video, obviously. If you all know me, it's not to like bash anyone else. Kids are great. Like, good for you if you want a family. This is just who I am as a person, and I do feel I'm different. So, and there are support groups for this if you want a child-free life, for friends who are child-free as well, because I just want to be a parent that, some of my best friends have kids and babies, and I don't see them as often. So there is a dynamic change that happens with anyone in their friendships, whether you're going to school and you have friends who don't go to school, etc. So I just want to let that be known. And yeah, like, so I know the direction of my life that I'm going in. I know my vision. I know what it consists of and what it doesn't. And I'm not saying that life goes as you planned, but this is something that's a non-negotiable for me. So anyone who would want to be with me, and I've said this for multiple people I've spoken to so far, that I don't want kids, and I'm ready to pass on anybody who doesn't feel that I'm more than enough for a relationship, without a child. So no, I wouldn't be with somebody who does want kids, because I can't promise you that one day I will even want to adopt a child. So I'm very powerful as a woman, and I'm very strong in my belief that I'm not willing to be strayed from my decision, because it's my decision, and it's my body, and I'm not a vessel to produce a child for a man because of their desires. You could put that through your body, but I'm not going to do that for myself. So I do have friends who have babies, who are on medication, have mental health issues because of that, or to the extremity because of that. Hi, Pamela. Thanks for tuning in. And thank you. I'm just not for it. I would rather not be on drugs, and I don't want to have, if I already am suffering from anxiety, depression, what have you, suicide ideations, I don't want to have kids, because I know there will be days I'm really unwell clinically, and me doing what I do for Chai Together, that is not going to fucking fly, because this is all about mental health advocacy. It's not about, oh, I'm in a pile of shit, but I'm still going to bring a whole being into this life knowing I can't fucking cater for it every day. No, I'm good for that. I'm good for that, because I understand that the normalcy in a home is, of course, it's going to be tough days, stress regarding kids. But when you're clinically depressed and you have suicide ideations, you physically can't get up to take care of your child. Like, today I had a moment on my own, nothing clinical, but feeling sad, down and about, and I want to be able to take care of myself, take as much time as I need without knowing I have to cater to someone else today. And that is me, and that's what I need. Yay! Oh, I found someone else. Thank you. Okay. So once again, I'm going to repeat myself. I don't want to physically birth a child. No, thank you. And it's not a fear-based thing. It's I've experienced it. It's a second trimester with twin children. I've seen my body go from lactation back to normalcy. I am done putting my body through more traumas than it needs to be. My body still goes through aftermath traumas from prior things. And it's like, I'm really good. I'm getting older. I want to live for myself, and I'm joyful as I am. So, and yeah, it's taken a lot of growth for me to decide this. And I have been looking into being an egg donor to bless other people, and not just for the financial aspect of it, of course, as a payout, but it's debatable, because I haven't fully decided yet, because I know IVF is required for me to be an egg donor, and BMI, etc. And so regarding that, I will have to pump myself with IVF. And this is a very transparent conversation. If you don't want to hear it, please feel free to leave. You don't have to be on here. Thank you for those who are listening, though. I've been sharing for the last 19 minutes and 11 seconds my decision on choosing to be child free. So feel free to replay it and listen to my reasonings of why. And once again, this is for me, and it's I'm not tolerating any opinions. This isn't about your life. It's about my life. So leave it at that. And yeah, and I'll just end with this. So how should I end this? I'm gonna end with the statement that, this morning I wouldn't have been able to do this video. This afternoon I wouldn't have been able to do this video, but it's through talking to friends, having support, and knowing that I have a power voice, knowing that as a woman, I'm able to state my truth, knowing that I have that mental resolve, knowing that how much work I've done on myself and how much work I still do, my great boundaries, my great strength, my whole fucking being, and how great I fucking am. I don't ever see myself being quiet or being submissive. And yeah, I just want to leave it at that. So for you, if there's something in your life that you don't want to do, or you feel like, you want to question, always ask why. Because my mentor, like a great person I look up to, is Mr. Tyler Perry. And he's a billionaire today, okay? And he comes from an abusive parent, abusive home. And he always says this one thing. He always asks the question why. To question why. Why is something the way it is? Why do I want to do this? Why do I need to do this? What is the influence around you? Is this your decision solely, or is it someone who influenced you, or who's been influencing you? Maybe a best friend that, let's say, isn't healthy for you, that you've had a history with for 9 years now, and you're slowly outgrowing, and you're just like, I don't know what to do about this. Anything. So this video was about my decision to choose to be child free, but I want to leave you with the fact that life's not just about one decision regarding just something like this. Life is about questioning why in life, as in, you have this one life, and after we're all gone, that's all it is, regardless of your religious beliefs. I'm just saying generally. So how do you want to live this life? Who do you want to live it with? Who do you want to be surrounded with? And who do you want to influence? What impact do you want to leave? And how do you want to be remembered? Because I know for damn sure that when I die, I don't know when that will be, uh, that I can only hope, and I so fucking hope, that I built Chai Together to fucking massive impact, that when I fucking die, people remember me for Chai Together. So that's what the fuck I desire from life. And I love you all. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on this. Well thought out. Thank you for that. Great wisdom. Yes. And it is my life. And as women, I feel like there's countries where women aren't even able to speak up. Even people in general, LGBTQ, et cetera, killed off for voicing themselves. The fact that I can fucking sit here in first world USA after living abroad in Thailand before and being born in India, I can state these views. My family knows about what the fuck I do. This is a blessing, because most people aren't able to state things as freely as I can because they're hiding from themselves. They're hiding from their family. They haven't even told their family about abortion. They haven't even told their family about that they truly don't want to get married, or they're, lesbian, or that, they're rape, or whatever the hell. And the fact that I can sit here, share something so personal with you, that it takes guts to do this. That's why Chai, courage, hope, and imagination. This isn't for everybody, but the ones it's for, they know who they are. Because once you step into that power, and as I keep going on a daily basis and stepping into my power and still doing live streams and still showcasing these stories, I'm like, damn, it's been over a year now. Look how far I come. I am so fucking proud of myself. And it's almost surreal that I built this organic community, no marketing, no nothing, like myself, my being, my power being put into fruition to do the damn thing. So I just want to leave you with that. I am so fucking hyped. I love you all so fucking much. Fuck it. Just rock out. I love you. Bye. Yes, bitch. I love you.